Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Matthew 5:3-5-7.
Can't even start, there's nowhere to begin to understand the horrible pain of this shooting. Question after question keeps running through your noggin, wondering why God would even let this tragedy happen. Losing some loved ones or people that you've never met. I've heard both sides, so let me speak and pray for them. Let me begin with Alex Sullivan. What a hope in him, what little I have read. His speaking seemed to be slim, but his heart big and strong, helping people move along, loving his wife very long, but then something went wrong. Went to a movie on his birthday. I just can't seem to find the courage to say that he was murdered in the worst way at a young age, with much of his life to gain. I'm praying for you, I'm praying for the Sullivans, I'm praying for you, praying that you'll trust in him. This is my prayer for Aurora, my shout out and prayer for Aurora. This is my prayer for Aurora, my hometown and where I grow up. Now Michaela Maddock, she seemed like a joyful girl, working hard, school and job, loving her fam and the world. What little I have read, it seems to me like she loved Jesus, pointing people to joy he brings us, showing people Satan's defeated, showing that he's more real than Star Wars and General Grievous, showing that you don't have to have nice clothes, Nike, Adidas. I'm praying for you, I'm praying for the medics, I'm praying for you, praying that God is your medic. Let's continue. Jessica Gowie, sports broadcasting with a big passion. She'd be talking about all the action, but never thought she'd be in the action. She was living with a smile on her face. From what I have read, it was not only on the stage, not only in front of the camera or TV screen, but off the stage and in person. No mask Halloween, yeah. I'm praying for you, I'm praying for the Gowies, I'm praying for you, praying you'll find Yahweh. This is my prayer for Aurora, my shout out and prayer for Aurora. This is my prayer for Aurora, my cry out, let me stop for a minute. Navy Petty Officer John Laramere, a valued man with a great character, an incredible shipmate and unique individual. He seemed to be respected by people who saw him visually, wanted to go overseas to serve his country and to help those who were in harmony. I'm praying for you, I'm praying for the Larameres, I'm praying for you, praying God will bring you near. Rebecca Wingo, she was a gringo, daughters 9 and 5, left motherless with no info. An energetic person filled with love and life, bringing energy up, changing tones like a fife. An Air Force translator, traveling overseas, helping people know why ye love in the sea breeze. I'm praying for you, I'm praying for the Wingos, I'm praying for you, praying you'll see he's worth more than zero. This is my prayer for Aurora, my shout out and prayer for Aurora. This is my prayer for Aurora. I'm about to snap because this horror, this one really hit me. Matthew McQuinn, only 27, jumped in front of his girlfriend. It saved her life, but not his own. Now down here we groan, where he went is unknown. What courage from this man. Yes, I have become his fan. I'm praying for you, I'm praying for the McQuins, I'm praying for you. Christ is where to begin. Air Force Staff Sergeant Jesse Childress, hope he's in the arms now of the one who's guiltless. Loved sports and was a nerd, military transferred, Marines to Air Force birds, walked into the theater of the absurd. Wonder what his last words were, wonder what he would have preferred. I'm praying for you, I'm praying for the Childresses, I'm praying for you, praying that God ain't your nemesis. This is my prayer for Aurora, my shout out and prayer for Aurora. This is my prayer for Aurora, my hometown and where I grow up. Alexander Boyek, aka 8J, only 18 years old, graduated from Gateway. He was about to go to college and learn about the stuff that we people call knowledge. But instead, he was held hostage. His death must have brought many to astonishment. I'm praying for you, I'm praying for you, AJ. I'm praying for you, hope to see you on the Lord's day. Alexander Tevez, 24 years old, risking his life to save his girlfriends was more than bold. He went against human instinct that could have saved his life, and first thought of other people, just like Jesus Christ had a great sense of humor and loved superheroes, the opposite of a loser. You've become my hero. I'm praying for you, I'm praying for the Tevezes, I'm praying for you, praying you won't have madness. This is my prayer for Aurora, my shout out and prayer for Aurora. This is my prayer for Aurora. Man, I cannot take any more of this. But there's a few more people. Gordon Cowden, he's now in God's cathedral. But burying your father is never ever easy, especially when it happens so briefly. Wishing we could change the past so that he's still breathing, but now he sees God, his body's restored completely. I'm praying for you, I'm praying for the Cowdens, I'm praying for you. God's to who he's bowing. Jonathan Blunk, father of two, was about to go home, but spent his last few minutes in a place he didn't want. Had gone on 3 tours, spent time in the Middle Eastern war. Wanted to be a Navy SEAL, but died protecting his girlfriend from horror. His daughter and his son were probably too young to understand that their dad would never return to play and have some fun. I'm praying for you, I'm praying for the Blunks, I'm praying for you, praying God removes the junk. This is my prayer for Aurora, my shout out and prayer for Aurora. This is my prayer for Aurora. God be with us. Listen in. Veronica Moser, so lit then. Her mother asked where she was, even with bullets in her abdomen, but no one could tell her daughter's condition because her daughter passed. She was only 6 then. But now she sees God. When she first saw him, she must have been in awe. How precious the gift of life is. I hope someday you trust in who the Christ is. I can't imagine losing so young a daughter. It's crazy, along with your baby who's in heaven as well. What a dream it would have been if Veronica had an ice cream store to herself. Now forever with God she will dwell. I'm praying for you, I'm praying for the Moser and Soul Levins. I'm praying for you, praying that you'll trust in him. This is my prayer for Aurora, my shout out and prayer for Aurora. This is my prayer for Aurora. One more person and his name you know of. James Holmes. Some of you shake when you hear that name called. Others are enraged, but give me a second now. Please control yourself from lifting your eyebrows. I know we might have hurt or killed somebody that you know. It may be hard to do, but pray that God will save his soul, because he needs a savior. Just like me, Jesus said that I commit murder if I get angry. So pray for James to be saved, and don't stop praying after today. That's all that I gotta say. This is my prayer for Aurora, my shout out and prayer for Aurora. This is my prayer for Aurora. It's my hometown and where I grow up. Yes, this is my prayer for Aurora, my shout out and prayer for Aurora. This is my prayer for Aurora. This is my hometown and it's where I grow up. This is my prayer for Aurora. This is my shout out and prayer for Aurora. This is my prayer for Aurora. It's my hometown and it's where I grow up.